I don't know. I can't.
Something Iowa.
Something Iowa.
See, there you go.
Murray Ironworks.
Yeah.
Okay. What history do you know? Where'd you get it? What do you know about it?
Just stumbled across it, and it was originally from what I found out, was from Justy's Winery that was in Oregon back in 40s, 50s. Closest I can come up to, it was probably from the late 20s, maybe early 30s. Murray Ironworks was in business during the Civil War, and by looking at the way it was handcrafted, I would definitely guess that was definitely probably pretty early made. It was all blacksmith, everything's handmade. It was the old school full-size wine press. That's the way wine used to be made back then. You know, other than that, I don't know anything about it. All I know one thing is it was all handmade, and there's probably not a whole lot of them around. I would venture to say there's probably not more than a few dozen of them still around that haven't been destroyed from being in people's yards or just chucked. You know, it's totally functional. Oh. So you'll spin all the way, and then going all the way down. You can see that the way these notches were, they could put a board in here for that final press. This is your little press that would go on the top and push everything all the way down and go running out the trough. You'd fill this whole thing with grapes, and then you'd be able to take this thing, open it up, and be able to slither all your pits and all your seeds and whatnot out. Close it back down. You can see all the welds were all blacksmith. These are all handmade screws. That was all welded from a blacksmith with an anvil. Heating them up, you can see the seam right there. There's no welds. It was all just the old school way of building things. This thing was all probably done with water power, maybe steam power, running a lathe, the cutting tool. You can see how big the grooves are. Everything is square-headed nuts. I mean, they haven't used things like that since way before I was ever thought of being born.
Okay.